Was it Plato or Pluto who was the philosopher? I think the other one was a Greek god. I just assume that any planet is named after a Greek god. Whichever of them was the philosopher said that chance favours the prepared mind. I was in bed reading the next Star Wars book on my list of Star Wars books to read. Here is the next ones for after that. And I had a thought. And my next thought was, I'll save it for the morning. And then my third thought was, actually that's counterproductive or intuitive to the first thought that I had, which was this. I'm really struggling to figure out how to articulate this. Set up systems so that when you're inspired, you can just go with it. What do I mean by that? Chance favours the prepared mind really resonated with me when we talked about it in my music degree many years ago. Because we always talk, particularly in the entertainment industry, but elsewhere too, about the importance of luck in our lives. About just being the right place at the right time. Getting your lucky break. Some opportunity comes your way and you just kind of have to take it. But if you're not ready to take the opportunity, then that luck doesn't do anything. So chance favours the prepared mind because you get these stories like Audrey Hepburn, famous overnight, right? She wins the Oscar for Roman Holiday, bam, celebrity for life. Except that there's no such thing as famous overnight, except for maybe people that go viral on TikTok, because she actually had put in years of hard work behind the scenes, developing herself as an actress, working on her skills, getting to know people in the industry, doing small roles here and there, having a random cameo in the Lavender Hill Mob, so that she'd be ready when that lucky opportunity came along, right? She didn't just start her career with Roman Holiday. Wow, this is more roundly than I thought it would be. When I was sitting in bed reading this and I had this thought, I was like, wow, this will be so articulate. I'm definitely going to turn my phone on. But this is the point. I have a system in place. I have a phone and a little tripod that goes on my phone. And I've already got hard drives and a naming system for these little ramblings that go on YouTube. And I've got the YouTube channel set up, ready to go. There's already a resolve session where I can quickly pop in the little number date that I'm putting at the bottom of the screen for these videos. There's a system in place so that when I have an idea, I just pick up the phone and I record. If every time I had an idea, I had to build the system, by the time I'd finished that, the idea's gone, the inspiration's gone, I don't feel like talking to the camera anymore. That's why I couldn't leave this until tomorrow. I will wake up tomorrow and be like, the moment's passed. So when you can't control when inspiration will strike. That's the bottom line of why this is so difficult. I don't get to decide when I have an idea for lyrics or when I have an idea for how to cut that scene in the film that's really got me wigged out. This thing isn't working and I don't know what to move here. I cannot tell you how many times in the last 2 or 3 months I have lost so much sleep lying in bed thinking about, when I get to my edit suite tomorrow, how can I solve these story problems? I don't get to control when inspiration strikes. What I can do is put a little doorstop and wedge the door open so that at least I can slip through later. Alright, inspiration striking is the door straight open. If I can't do anything with it then and there, it's gonna close. That door is gonna close, the thought will pass, the idea will move on. If I can stick a little door chock in there, at least I can keep it a little bit wedged open. And for me, the little door chock is these little systems. I had an epiphany earlier this evening about the film that I've been working on, and I just picked up my phone and I spoke to my voice memo, and once upon a time I would have done that and it would have just got lost to time. I cannot tell you how many amazing song ideas are probably in my phone voice memos, but I haven't labelled them. I haven't put them anywhere. I don't know what they are. I'm never going to bother going back through them to try find them, but my phone voice memo is full of things called melody, verse idea, but I never return to them because there's no system there. But I got out voice memo, said my things out loud, and then immediately named it according to the naming system that I have, uploaded a Dropbox into the folder that already exists, opened the spreadsheet for that film that already exists where I'm just keeping a track of my ideas and thoughts, copied the Dropbox link into it, done. When I sit down Monday, in a couple days' time to revisit that film, I know exactly where those thoughts and ideas are. So inspiration struck, and I've chucked a door wedge in it, and I can reopen that door on Monday. So that's what I wanted to share. It felt ironic, or it would have been ironic for me to have that thought and then not get out my phone and just share it as I was thinking of it. I hope that made some sense. I realised some of these videos have been very rambly. I was very surprised that the first time I did a little unedited ramble dump, the video went very well, just in relative to how my videos normally go. And people were really engaging with it, and there was like some beautiful comments and some great discussion. I was like, wow, why am I bothering to edit any YouTube videos? And then the second one, no one cared at all, and I was like, oh, okay, right. So I don't know if anyone will care at all about this one, but there's only a little while left until I have finished my editing degree, and I will have headspace to edit YouTube videos again. In the meantime, I'm still editing my major works, and I'm just focusing on that and sharing my thoughts as I go. But I hope this was helpful to at least one person somewhere. What is something that you can be doing so that you've got a door chock ready to go to put in the door when inspiration strikes at an inopportune moment so that you can come back to it later? Be ready for those opportunities, because chance favours the prepared mind. With that thought, I'm going to go back to reading Star Wars. So, good night.